Welcome to Once Upon a Wrestling Talk Real. I'm not even in it today, guys. I just got off work.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Yes. So, welcome to Real Talk Wrestling. We're here to talk John Cena. We're here to talk Penta. We're here to talk it all. I'll get back on my game. I literally just got off work. My daughter has sabotaged my computer. She took over the studio. And this is great. This is a makeshift setup, so I apologize to everybody watching right now. What's going on, Clutch? What's going on, man? It's been a while. How you been?
Yeah, it's been a while. Been good. Been traveling a little bit.
I heard. I heard you've been going around places. We'll get there soon. But Chris Koffler, what is going on, my man?
Not much. Just another week, man. Another week
Yeah,
in the books.
You going to that Rays home opener tomorrow at the Yankee Stadium?
No, because I have to be at work.
Awesome.
What happens when it's on a weekday in the middle of the day? Like, what are we supposed to do?
I know. I love that baseball's
anything.
back. I love day games, but realistically, it's hard to go. Clutch, who are you? Are you a Marlins guy?
Kind of. Every time I try to get into the Marlins, they end up trading my favorite player. So I don't know.
Listen,
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome to the club, buddy.
yeah,
Hey, this Randy Rosarina guy is going to be really good. Oh, this David
Yeah.
Price guy, he's the future.
a Rosarena.
Crawford.
I finally broke down and bought a Rays uniform for the first time, and it was a Rosarena and that black one. And then
Okay.
he was gone like 2 weeks later. I was so mad, so mad.
The Marlins
I never-
did a walk-off winner like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
cool.
nice.
Cool.
So that was cool.
These Marlins have won a World Series.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah.
I used to not to get too sidetracked with baseball. I originally was a Marlins fan, but then every time that they would win a World Series, they would trade everybody away, like the next year, and then they would be crappy. And I
Yeah.
was like, how can I root for this team whenever all my favorite players get traded away? And
Yep.
then I became a Rays fan, and the same thing happens.
Now you root for a team where the owner doesn't want to be an owner and everything is a shit show. So sorry, Bobby.
Yep.
But let's go on to another kind of S show or a good show, if you guys want to call it that. Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. Ever since the Elimination Chamber and John Cena has turned heel, it's been awesome. It's been fun. Everything that John Cena has said, everything that Seth Rollins and CM Punk, everything coming out of the Elimination Chamber, to me, has been very good. You were there in person, Clutch, during John Cena's first heel promo. So I'm going to lead off with you because this is the big topic. This is what everyone's talking about. How did you enjoy the promo? How was the experience? Do you enjoy this heel run so far?
Okay. So it was fun. You get into the arena and everybody, like you see everybody wearing and buying the John Cena merch, happy as hell. And then you sit down on your seat. It's like an hour before the show starts because they do main event and they do things like that. So cool. And you start just hearing the "Let's go Cena" and then Cena sucks and it's fun as hell. And then like he kicks off the show and I didn't know that at the time. And I don't think anybody in the arena had any idea that he was kicking off the show. And the loudest like boos, like they were ringing in my ear, like as soon as the little entrance like part of his theme hit. And yeah, and I appreciate being in like a European crowd where they just made noise, dude. They were telling Cena to go F himself. I was telling Cena to go F himself. And it was great. I mean, to the point where they don't let him speak, and then Cody comes out, and Cody actually looks good in this promo when he ends with the whiny bitch part, and then it was great. And then I do have like, okay, as for like if I like the Cena heel run so far, I have maybe 2 issues with it that kind of bother me a little bit, and maybe it comes full circle and it gets solved and it's nothing to worry about. So far, he hasn't really had a back and forward with Cody. It's just he speaks, does his thing, Cody comes in response to it, and then Cena leaves, or they end the promo, and nothing has really. There hasn't been much interaction back and forward. The thing that you would expect like from a Cena promo where he like buries somebody and does all that cool stuff. Secondly, he hasn't referenced the fact that he sided with The Rock at all, and why, and none of that. he said why he's heel, kind of, but like he hasn't said why he sided with The Rock. He hasn't mentioned him at all in his promos. But yeah, that's my take on it. It was a fun show, really fun.
Yes, it was fun to watch. Chris, you were a viewer at home. I'm gonna let you speak on this promo and his heel run so far. So as a viewer, listen, everything is awesome when you're there.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm Batman, by the way. I'm sorry for the darkness. Like I'm Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, hey Aaron, I'll be there in a second. The retreat, you know. But anyway,
Yeah.
uh everything is awesome when you're there. No matter what the event is, it's a good time. And I'm not saying this wasn't an awesome event because it was great to watch on television. But Chris, as a viewer, how did you like the promo? How did you take it in? Was it everything you wanted, or did you just need a little bit more?
Well, let me start by addressing the crowd that was there. I was, because of the crowd watching at home, I was more into this show. The last 2 weeks, I was much more into watching the show, and I didn't realize that it's almost like that's been missing from all the shows over here. Like people kind of get into it, but not really as much, not nearly as much. And just the fact that everyone chanting, everyone getting super loud, like it just, man, it felt like a really great show right there. The crowd can really make or break the show. Like we kind of learned that a little bit during COVID when there was no crowd whatsoever. But I think it got reemphasized these last couple of weeks. Like I'm looking forward to next week's show already, just in the fact that they're still going to be over in Europe and not here, you know?
Right.
So it's definitely made the shows more enjoyable. As for the promo itself, I mean, it's been good for the most part. I think Clutch brought up some good points there. I also, I don't know, I just thought it was good. I thought it was funny with John Cena going after singling out that one kid or pointing to the few people in the audience that had Cena shirts. And like he's really doing everything he can to, you know, everyone get behind the fact that he's a heel now. Like we all know he's in real life a good dude, but like we're all getting behind. Well, to an extent, right?
Have you seen Total Divas?
What's that?
Have you ever seen Total Divas and like there's clips of him like being an absolute asshole in his home, which is funny as hell.
Yeah. I mean more like the taking all that time to do all the Make-A-Wish stuff for kids and stuff. You know what I mean? Like so everyone's trying to really get behind him being a heel and everyone's pushing for that. So it's been good. It's been good so far. But I know you had some issues with it.
Who, me? Me
Yeah,
issues?
you.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Josh.
No,
has some issues.
I mean, Clutch already brought it up. Dwayne's involvement. No, nothing at all about that. I don't understand how that hasn't even been addressed by anybody, not even Cody. I feel like Cody said something, but he talks in riddles. I didn't tell you this story yet. When Violet came home, my daughter, that's the one that moved to Wisconsin. She's back now forever. She was here that Monday, and we watched Raw together, and she saw the video package of, you know, before the Elimination Chamber, and she's just like, can this guy, like, with his poetry and his riddles, shut the F up? He looks like Freddy from Scooby-Doo. Like, who is this guy? And I'm like, Violet, chill. That's our champion. Like, I'm behind Cody. And then she sees John Cena, and she's like, he's like 60 years old. Why is he still doing this? And I'm like, okay, you need to chill out, Violet, because this is going to be like one of the most important moments in wrestling history. Like, for real. If you talk about the entire history, you won't be able to write about the history of wrestling without this John Cena promo in this moment. So I'm like, Violet, get the fuck out. Right? So I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, what's he going to say? How can he defend himself going, I won this chamber match. I don't need The Rock's approval. I don't need his stuff. I already won it. So how is he going to address like why he did it, how he wants to take down Cody? Like what is it? And just like 2 WrestleManias ago, I feel like the main event doesn't revolve around 2 people that hate each other at all. You think about the first Roman and Cody match, it was just about, I need to finish my story and I'm taking that title. And it was very limited. It's very limited of like their hatred toward each other. I mean, they did get there. Now we fast forward to 2025. It's not Cena versus Cody. It's Cena hates the fans. And he goes 25 minutes on how he hates us. Never mentions Cody. It's like, so what was that beatdown for at the chamber? why was that? Why did you need to beat him to a bloody pulp if this was never about Cody? If this was about us or the fans or everybody? That's my problem with it. I know that's a lot of. I mean, I'm a broken record. I'm beating a dead horse. Everyone's saying this, but it's like at that moment when I was watching it, I kept on going, all right, where's The Rock? All right, what's gonna happen? All right, well, oh, he just hates us. So that's why you beat up Cody because we like him. Maybe they didn't tie that in yet, though. Nothing, none of that got tied in. I'm okay with the people are complaining that there's no fights, there's no, hand-to-hand combat, there's no beatdowns yet. I'm okay with that. You don't need to have that. People are like, well, Cody just got almost killed. Why didn't Cody just come out there and just charge at him? That's not Cody's character. He's never been that way. So it doesn't make sense. If that was Kevin Owens or someone like that's erratic like that, sure, that would make sense. Cody came out and Clutch said it. I thought this was perfect. Like, who are you? Who's the guy on the t-shirt? Where's he at? This isn't John Cena. I looked forward to our main event. Not anymore. Who are you? Bring back John? I love that. I thought that was great. So I'm not bitching about Cody and his stuff. I'm just bitching about how Dwayne came in and messed everything up. This could have been perfect without him. But just because his involvement, nothing makes sense. And I hope they do tie it up like Clutch said. It could just go full circle. It could. We might see The Rock. Maybe The Rock didn't want to travel overseas and we'll get them when they're back in the States. I don't know. I think something's got to happen soon, though. We're pretty close to WrestleMania.
Well,
great.
On that, though, speaking about something's got to happen soon, and I thought I had saw a rumor that, like, that might be one of his last appearances, or, like, he doesn't have anything else at least on the schedule between now and WrestleMania.
Dwayne Rock?
Sorry, Cena.
Oh.
As far as progressing his and explaining more, and, like, I hope that's not true, because if it's got to be Cody coming out and cutting promos by himself every week, like, that's not going to be good, right?
I don't think so. Clutch, you think that would be good?
Just Cody cutting promos. I mean, getting close to like one of the biggest like main events in WrestleMania with heel Cena, not having him there, probably not the best. I know he's scheduled for Monday, so that's a plus. But after that, I don't know if he's scheduled. I know he's scheduled for like the next 2 SmackDowns after WrestleMania, which could be something, could be nothing. We don't know.
I just saw your name was El Ginger Americano. Sorry. I just stupid. Sorry, Clutch.
You now caught on to that.
Did you know this, Clutch, the whole time?
Yes, I saw it. I was laughing to myself with a muted mic because I always mute my mic for some reason.
Because you're a professional, unlike me. No, but yeah, John Cena's gonna have to be there. He's gonna have to beat down Cody eventually. To make, because Cody's a great seller. He's great at getting heat like that, or getting sympathy, I should say. So I look forward to it, man. I'm actually looking forward to the rest of this run. I know some people are kind of dying down on it, but I'm not at all. Let's fast forward to his promo real quick. On Friday night, I believe it was, where he said he's bringing back the spinner belt. He's taking back. He's going to be the last WWE champion of all time. When he brought the spinner belt out, that people hated him and that he treated their title as a toy. On No Holds Barred about 2 months ago, I admitted the spinner belt was probably my favorite belt of all time. So I would all for, if he wins, which I think he will at WrestleMania, I think he's going to win. Do you think he's really going to bring back the spinner belt, Clutch? That'd be freaking awesome. I'd buy one.
Would be awesome. It would be. And yeah, I like what he did though. He was like, yeah, I'm going to win that title and I'm going to take it home because I'm going to retire with the title. Screw you guys. And it kind of like, I saw like a little tie-in with Punk did that like years ago. He's like, I'm taking the title and going home. Now, full circle, the guy Punk faced at that event is doing the same thing. I'm winning this title and I'm gone. And I like the little tie-in that intentional, not intentional, but it was cool.
It is cool. It is cool. So we have another triple threat match going on at WrestleMania. It's been confirmed. They all pointed to the sign. Roman, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. They all pointed. Someone had to tell Roman to point. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that on TV? I heard it.
No.
Roman. Yeah, it was very faint, but someone. I mean, I think it's played out at this point. But it's played out at this point. It is. It really is.
I wish
But-
they would stop doing it, at least for a while.
Yeah, or at least make it where it's only maybe the 2 important title matches instead of every match ever. Like,
Yeah, everybody
know.
that's going to be there, they all have to point at it.
Yeah, but it's fine. They had a 3-way promo, I guess you would say, on SmackDown between the 3 of them. And I did hear Punk say, because I did watch this promo on YouTube, I didn't watch it live or on Friday night, that he didn't get what this is not what he wants. Like, there's still something that he wants, right? I don't know if it's the main event. I don't know if it's a title shot. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna start with Clutch because I think he might know where this is gonna go. What does he want? What's his favor? Is this leading to his favor with Paul Heyman?
I think it's 1000% the main event of WrestleMania because he mentioned next week. I think they're having a 3-way contract signing for the match, and he's like, "Oh, I need to go there. I need to be there and read the fine print to see if I'm getting what I want." And I think, yeah, it just points to the main event of WrestleMania. It could be a little swerve and be like, okay, winner gets a title shot or something like that. But I think the whole story ever since he's come back, his first promo was like, I want to main event WrestleMania. And I think that's where we're headed. We're also headed towards the favor because he said, oh, when he came out, he was like, I'm not here for the favor yet, but I'm going to say this. So that means like it's still fresh in everybody's mind that he's probably going to cash in the favor. Maybe has something to do with the main event of WrestleMania.
I'm gonna go real quick before because I do think I have a different take. I don't think the favor is to be. It could be, but I don't think it's important enough. I think it's truly a title shot, and I think this is gonna set up John Cena and CM Punk. I think that's the next program they have. I think that it's gonna be heel John versus CM Punk very soon because you got to think it's already going into April. We only have a handful of months left with John Cena, and we want to see all these feuds and matches. We want to see Punk. We want to see Orton. There's so many matches we need to see or want to see. And I think CM Punk versus John Cena for the title is super important. And Punk doesn't need to win this title to be relevant. I think John's going to hold this title for a while until Cody takes it back. But I think that's where it's going to lead. Like the winner of this match gets a title shot versus whoever, I guess. You could say Cody or you could say Gunther or Jay, which is, we know it's not going to be them. But I think that's what he truly wants because since the day CM Punk came into the WWE, he called out everyone. He called out the champions. That's what he's been wanting. After he beat Drew McIntyre, oh, I'm behind. That's behind me now. Now I can finally face, the championship is what I want. This is what I want. He's been saying that since day one, but then Seth came in and ruined it. And Seth and him have been button heads since. So the only thing he's wanted since the very first moment was a championship, the WWE championship. I think that's what he wants. I think that's what he's talking about. And this would be perfect to set up Cena and CM Punk for the summer. But people are saying Randy Orton because, the next pay-per-view is going to be in Missouri, right? So they're already predicting Randy Orton versus Cena. That doesn't make sense. Although it'd be nice, but it wouldn't make sense. CM Punk versus John Cena would make sense. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Am I too far off?
No.
I'd say it makes sense. I don't think it's too far-fetched.
Nah. I mean, but think about it. It's already going to be, that's the sad part. It already is going to be the main event of night one. Like that's already locked in. Yeah. Is that all he wants is some meaningless triple threat match? It's the main event night one of a buy one, get one free extravaganza, as he called it. I don't know.
I was leaning more on Clutch's side on this. I thought it still had something to do with main eventing WrestleMania. Because that's always been the thing, is that he never got to. He got bumped. Mm-hmm. I still feel like it's going to lean towards that. Now, where exactly he's going to tie into WrestleMania, I don't know exactly. Or is he going to work his way into that match? CM Punk, is he going to work his way into the Cody Cena match?
Cena and Cody? That's something I never thought about.
Yeah. Is that his favorite? Hey, I won this title. Now I'm going to be the number one contender. Now insert me into this match now or something. I don't know. It'd be kind of last minute-ish, but who knows? You know, they
Would you be down for that though? Like all these they have so many triple threat matches at WrestleMania.
they do
I feel
though.
like.
They do.
Okay,
It's
they have two. It's
triple
fine.
threat of mania.
Well,
But you never know. They could sometimes spring a last minute triple threat on us, and trust me, when they do that, nobody sees it coming. Nobody. Not even Josh.
I don't even know what that means. Oh, the Seth Rollins thing that I called. Yeah, that was long.
Nobody.
I called that. Sorry, Clutch. I was thinking about the Kenny Omega triple threat match that's happening in Dynasty April 6th. AEW. You can buy it on Prime if you want. $50.
I'm sure he's going to get right on that.
Right on that. Already on my way.
John
Yeah.
Moxley versus Swerve Strickland.
He's adding to
MJF.
cart right now.
MJF versus Bobby Lashley potentially. Anyway, so let's get back to the CM Punk Seth Rollins Roman Reigns situation. I like where CM Punk is pretty much saying, I don't know if he said this directly because I forgot the quote, but he pretty much made fun of the Young Bucks again in AEW, where he's like, I came here and I'm still playing with children. I'm still working with children. Did he say something like that, Clutch?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So again, that just proves the point to me that he doesn't even want to be in this triple threat match. He just wants to get over these guys to get to the title. So this has to lead to something. But I do like the dynamic between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. That to me is interesting. I love that. I wish this was a singles match between the two. And I wish Seth would get a clean win eventually, or finally, because as we all know, Roman can't beat Seth, but the last finish was kind of a DQ. At the end of the day, Clutch, I need you to tell me who's getting pinned and who's going over as of right now.
I would say Seth is getting pinned. Punk is going over.
You think so too, Chris?
Yep, that was my exact prediction. 'Cause Seth always takes the pin, unfortunately.
Man,
And
the
person that feels like they, that they want to come out on top on this feels like CM Punk. So it just feels like Punk pinning Rollins, unfortunately.
I think the favor is Paul's turning on Roman. CM Punk's going to get the win on Roman. I think Punk has to pin Roman. I think that has to be it. And that might be bold.
Well, so is the favor a title shot or to turn on him?
No, well,
Or
let's
is it
just
2 for 1.
Let's just say, for example, because we already got the plant seated with Roman on Monday night, looking back at the cage, or maybe it was Friday night. I forgot what night that was. Looking at the cage, it was a Monday Night Raw, and there goes Paul and CM Punk in the ring together. And you could see that little, I wouldn't say jealousy, but kind of annoyed, like, fuck, man, what is this guy doing over here? So I could easily see a situation where they make it a number 1 contender match, and CM Punk at the very end, or whatever it may be, Paul Heyman just boom screws Roman somehow, nut shot, hammer to the head. Who knows what it could be? Roman looks shocked, like, oh, this is happening to me. Boom, CM Punk turns what? I guess no, because he would turn heel, and then you can't have heel versus heel. God damn. So there it goes. That theory's cut out.
That's
cut
it.
out.
You just walked yourself through it and talked yourself out of it.
That's how we go through things in life, Chris. We walk through things, we talk them out. But I mean, so I don't know what to do, man. It just has to be for something, or I'm not interested. I'd rather see Jey Uso versus Gunther in the main event. That's just the honest truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not you, Clutch? You don't like the botch? What he's doing?
Oh, that they're playing the botch into a story now, kind of.
Yeah.
To the point they made him purposely botch a spear now, so they can.
Yeah.
I like that they're at least trying to give this story some sort of legs, because it was just Jay does a match with random person, gets sleeper hold by Gunther, they fight for a little bit, and rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're doing a little something. By the way, I don't know if you saw Raw. Jimmy smacked the shit out of Gunther.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bobby. Like the living shit out of him.
Yeah. That was rough. Like that. Whew. I'm like, there was no. He laid into him there. I was surprised that he hit him that hard.
Yeah, it's they're making it try to look as real as possible. Raphael, thank you so much for the thumbs up. A lot of people don't do wrestling, but give it a try, man. It's actually a fun show if you can just. I don't know, man. Just release, just know. Don't listen to AEW. That woman on there goes, y'all know the results before whatever. Just think it's a TV show. It's freaking awesome. It's magic right now, especially with the whole Gunther situation. I think Gunther's gonna beat the holy hell out of Jimmy Uso, and I think that's gonna spark some kind of excitement into this matchup because you're right, Clutch. It's the same thing. Gunther comes out, he beats up a Tozawa. He says you're a clown, just like Jey Uso. Jey Uso comes out to save the day. Jey Uso gets choked out. And then 3 segments later, Jey Uso's like, y'all said they couldn't do it. Y'all think I can't hang with Gunther. Y'all doubting me. But I got, it's just, and I'm not making fun of his promo because I like him because I think they sound real. I think they sound legit. I get it. I'm into Jey Uso. But it's literally the same thing week after week after week. There's nothing new.
I was about to say there's not a lot of depth to it.
No.
It's very much on the surface. Yeah, they could do more. That's why I've been good with trying to add this element of his working his slip up into the whole program now. I think it's been good for it actually.
I watched Botchamania right before the show. Like I was wrapping up my work, just slacking off. Had Botchamania over there. The way they side by side, him and Top Dollar doing it, it was perfect. It was perfect. Like they look exactly the same, except for Jey Uso's about 100 pounds lighter. But it was literally spot on, and it's people mess up. When LA Knight messed up with that, where he jumps on the top rope and does whatever he does, the superplex, right, Clutch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We forget about it. We forget about these things. The difference between Jey Uso though is he's being pushed to the moon, and I think fans are they're not rejecting it. But there's some fans, like the people that you think that I am, would go, oh, this Jey Uso guy doesn't deserve it. A lot of people like that. There's a lot of Jey Uso hate out there. But in general, I think this is great for him, and he'll be fine. He's going to win the title. He's going to yeet, and then Logan Paul is going to take it away from him. That's my call. Logan Paul, your next World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Logan Paul is going to win King of the Ring, and I think he's going to get that title match versus Jey, and I think he's going to beat Jey. Yeah. That's the biggest way to get heat on Logan Paul ever. And he's been doing this whole thing where he's better than everybody else. He's only been doing this for X amount of months, and he's already the top guy. They got to put a title on it, like the title. I think they have to. And that would get major heat for Logan Paul because people love Jey Uso so much.
Yeah, it would. Going over the getting a win and stealing the belt away from the person who's probably the most over right now in wrestling.
Yeah. Clutch, would you boo that?
Yes, I would. I mean, I got the experience of yeeting in person, and you know what? It's really transformational, Like I can't go. I'm a big Jey Uso fan now. Huge.
Did he go through the crowd there? He didn't go through the crowd there.
He didn't go through the crowd, but he stood up on the barricade like basically 4 rows from me, and I saw him like right there in all his glory.
We've been looking for you, by the way. Not we. El like Ginger Americano. He's been trying to search you out like Chris is like, this has got to be him right here. Sorry, I'm revealing your secrets, Chris. But I was like, dude, this guy's hiding his identity like my boy Ginger or Grande Americano. And you're over here trying to spot him. So he thinks he found where you were.
Potentially, based off the picture you sent.
But by the way, nice freaking seats, man. You're like literally 4 rows. Jeez, how many pounds was that? Is that the money over there? Pounds?
Euros, but
sure. Euros.
Oh man,
how am I supposed to know that? I'm sorry. I am sorry. Euros. How many euros was that?
It was a nice penny.
Dude, I saw your seats and I was so jealous. I really was jealous, but that's freaking awesome, man. Because you were right next to the ring and everything. That's got to be the best. Pretty soon,
good experience.
You'll be hamming it up with the green shirt guy pretty soon, Clutch. That's all I know.
Did you see? I think there was a fake green shirt guy at the show this past Monday.
Wait,
Glasgow, yes.
Yeah, there was a fake one.
So people are no longer dressing up as Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. They're dressing up as green shirt guy.
Yes. It's with the same shirt, the little smiley face green shirt. Yeah,
I saw it and I was like, oh, this is weird. He's not in his normal seat. He's like way over in the corner now. This is weird. And then I saw on Twitter someone posted about it. I'm like, oh, that's not the same guy. Dude. Like you looking from TV, you think it's him because he wore the same hat, same green shirt, But in an up close picture, you can tell it's clearly not him. So yeah,
Oh,
people are going now to shows as green shirt guy.
imagine that. Imagine that. You are now a celebrity as green shirt guy, and people are dressing up like you. That's some creepy stuff right there.
I need to know his backstory. How does he get all these tickets?
That's the thing is everyone wants to know, and nobody knows a thing about him. I've never even heard his real name. I just hear him as green shirt guy.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't know his real name. I mean, he could be. I would say, I maybe he's just rich, right? Maybe he's just a billionaire. We just don't know. We don't know a lot of millionaires. We just know celebrities. There's a lot of
Honestly,
millionaires out
If I
there
was Crazy Rich, I'd probably do something similar.
Yeah.
Like Crazy Rich.
traveling around. But speaking of crazy rich, did you guys hear that Hulk Hogan $10,000 Vegas dinner got canceled? Did you guys even know about that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't know about the WrestleMania packages?
I know
Like-
there's a 5-star restaurant with John Cena that's like $25,000.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean that's true. There's
Well,
one. I'm about to pull them up.
Me and Josh can do a 3-star restaurant with Ric Flair for free
Where can we do that?
anywhere downtown.
If we see him,
Yeah, but he's always in the same spots.
I don't. I know I don't stalk him, Chris.
Listen, you don't have to stalk him. You want to go see his boat? I'll take you to go see his boat.
No, I'm not a mark, Chris.
I know where his boat is because I pass it whenever I'm walking around downtown on the water.
Oh wow, the John Cena experience is sold out. That's the only one sold out, by the way. That you can tour Cody's bus, by the way, for $6,000. You can actually Undertaker's suite by the seat. You can actually sit with the Undertaker in a suite for $8,500 per person. You get an authentic Undertaker championship title, and an earn photo opportunity. You get to go to Top Golf with the Miz. Fast lane access to the WWE World, and that's it for $8,500.
So for Cody's tour of his bus, does that include him coming to my house and picking me up here in Tampa and driving me all the way to WrestleMania? Because otherwise, I don't know that it's worth it to tour a bus.
I think you get a picture with his dog.
It would be hilarious if Cody's not even there. You just tour his bus.
Yeah,
No,
it's just like, here's a bus.
No, he's there. I think you get to take a picture with him, for sure.
Cardboard cutout.
It'd be funny if it's just like, who was one of his stooges? Who's that guy who I liked in AEW, Chris? Who no one likes, and he wrestled the Boom Guys, and he was a terrible heel. He's part of the Nightmare Factory. He's a heel.
You're
And
talking
he's
about QT Marshall?
Yes, QT Marshall. That's one of his stooges. That'd be funny if QT. I messed it up, but that'd be funny if he was there. It's like, hey, I'm QT Marshall, or Arn Anderson with his playbook.
With his gun.
Yeah, this is where Cody's his Glock is. He just pulls out. Oh my god, that'd be great. It'd be great. See, I would tour, not for $6,000 though.
Not for 6,000. That's what I said. For 6,000, they need to come pick me up from my house and drive me to WrestleMania.
I just don't know who's paying these prices just for wrestling tickets in general.
Green shirt guy.
Green
Yeah.
green shirt guy. I mean, single day tickets, priority passes, one night ticket, upper level seating, fast lane access to WWE World. That's it. WWE credential and lanyard. That's it. $750. So you get one ticket to the upper level, and you get a fast access to WWE World and a WWE credential and lanyard
Nah.
for $750. I went to WrestleMania 3 times and sat in the lower level. I sat in the floor once, 200 level once, and the 100 level once, and I still have not spent $750 in total of 3 WrestleManias.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with it getting so expensive this year.
TKO Endeavor, they're making money. People are paying it. They're turning it into the Super Bowl. You know, common super football fans can't go to the Super Bowl, can't afford it. But you know, common wrestling fans aren't going to be able to go to WrestleMania anymore either. It seems like it sucks. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I mean, I know I joked about Clutch's ticket prices. I mean, even my ticket prices to SmackDown were insane. They were insane prices. and that was just a SmackDown in Tampa, and it was like in the 200 level. So their prices have been going out of control. But we do have a 3-day pack, Chris, coming in Tampa. I know you saw that. It's at the Yingling Center. They're not even doing Amalie. Those tickets are only $40 a seat. I might buy those seats for Saturday night main event. For Saturday night main event, I'm down to go.
Oh, can you do it a single now? Because I think before we were looking at it and it was like only a package.
I got an email today.
Yeah.
Single day tickets are coming soon. Sorry,
Okay.
Fletcher. I'm leaving you out of this conversation.
It's
Did
fine.
you have to buy any kind of package?
No.
Did you get to take your chair?
No, they didn't have a raw chair. It was just regular chairs.
I've never sat like that close. When I sat on the floor for WrestleMania, it was probably like 10, 15 rows back. I've never been that close before.
Yeah,
So
I think they do that. I think they do that for pay-per-views. I don't think they do that for Raws. So.
I did get a chair when I went to Bash in Berlin. I got a chair.
Yeah,
that's pretty tight.
That makes sense.
You sitting in it right now? Do you sit in it every day?
Yeah, I make sure to sit on it at least.
I would. I really would. I'd use that chair probably every day. Hey, what's up going on, Justin? Justin liked my tweet. I tweeted today, guys, and I wrote, Dwayne Johnson is just as toxic as Tony Khan to the wrestling business. I meant every word of that. And it's just because of this whole Cody situation and the whole feud going on, which we talked about at the front. I'm going to wrap this thing up and go full circle. I love The Rock on TV. I love what he says. I love how he does a promo. I love how he talks to the fans. I'm just not a fan of what he does behind the scenes and how he just butts himself into WrestleMania season and messes things up for us. But they're doing the best they can with it, and it's been excellent. And wrestling's been excellent. I cannot wait to watch it tomorrow night, or at least the YouTube clips. I'll try to watch. I did watch YouTube clips of AEW. Pretty good, guys. You guys got to tune in. It's getting good.
All right, here's your 30 seconds. Sell us on AEW.
Okay. Can I do that, Clutch?
The AEW minute.
All right. Swerve Strickland versus Jon Moxley. I know Moxley sucks. I get it. But at least Swerve is back in the title hunt. That's good to see.
Did you see that match or that thing with Moxley from the other week?
Do you want to talk about it?
I'm just asking, did you see it?
You want to talk about it? Clutch, you want to talk about it?
Are we talking about the spikes?
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
We can talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's go. So,
what the heck was that?
I did not watch. It's one of the rare Dynamites I didn't watch. Even like the I usually watch it the next day. Didn't even bother. All I did was I logged onto YouTube on Thursday and I saw a ton of headlines of like streamers or YouTubers. Did AEW go too far? Was this too far? Did Jon Moxley go too far? I saw no photos. I saw no videos. All I saw was the headlines. Immediately turned it off. Fast forward straight to the main event. Watched the whole main event. Turned it off as soon as I saw the spot. I said, this is not for me. This is not for me. This is not what I want to see in pro wrestling. This is sick. How is TBS or TNT not canceled them by now? I don't understand what's happening. It was sick. It was something I don't need to see at 9:30 p.m. on my television set if I do watch it live. It's not something I want my son to see. It's not something I want my kids to see. It's not something I want. I'm embarrassed to tell people I saw that. I really am. And people are like, Josh, lighten up, this and that, this and that. Listen, when you have Wheeler Yuta, who's an untrained professional, not a professional doctor, nurse, physician, anything, referee who freaking worked the indies all of his life, just pulling at this man's skin. I'm sorry. Do we need to see that on national TV? A man's flesh getting pulled from a freaking baseball bat or whatever that was with, I don't know what kind of spikes those were. Disgusting, man. It's embarrassing. And I hate it. I hate every second of it. Clutch, how'd you feel about it?
Every time I see those things, like it happened back with I forgot what show, whatever, because I don't care. The syringe thing.
Yep.
Whenever I see things like that, I just think to myself, what's the point? Like, what is the point of doing that? You can get over 10 million different ways and you choose to smash somebody with a cinder block and syringes in their cheeks. And now, why? Baseball bat spike. Why? That's a big, like, there's a big, like, thing across my forehead every time I see one of these. It's just, why? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's true. Now, Chris, as an AEW original, as a pillar, Would you be even cheering this in 2019 back in the day? I'm being dead ass serious because I feel like a lot of fans have fallen off of AEW because of the success of WWE and because of Tony's attitude. I do think it's his attitude and the way Tony acts why we hate AEW now or don't choose to support it. Would you feel differently in 2019 than you do now about that spot, Chris? Because that's a question I like to ask original AEW fans.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it was too over the top, whether it was 2019, 2020, 2021 when they were really thriving or now. It just like there's a time and a place where you can put stuff in. And I think back, the first thing I think of is when the Young Bucks, they had the match with their shoes and they put the tacks on them and they put the tacks in the person's mouth. Like that was a that was something. It was fine. That wasn't like too over the top. And it also felt like it kind of served a purpose to all of it. This just felt like it was just kind of it was pushing it further than it needed to. Are they doing that because they're losing viewers? Are they, trying to get something super extreme? Is this just Moxley being Moxley? Because he likes to do all the extreme stuff. But no, that turns me away. That would have turned me away from it back then. I do like. I've always been a fan of like the occasional, if the time is right, hardcore match or some hardcore element, something just to break up the regular matches all the time. Mm-hmm. So if it's done right, but I wouldn't have liked that back then. Just like I didn't care for it now.
Yeah.
I saw it flipping through some videos either on YouTube or TikTok or wherever. So it kind of caught me off guard. And I was like, oh, what do we got here? I'll watch it because it's wrestling. It's a quick clip. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's awful. I don't want to see this.
No. And on top of that, you add Cope, who's like 60 years old. And, AEW's just not the way it used to be. It's just old WWE guys, all of them. I mean, even I like the Hurt Syndicate. I like what they're doing now with MJF. Back to my cell. MJF accepted. He accepted MVP's offer. He said, I want to hurt some people. That's what MJF said. He shook his hand. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin came out. Bobby Lashley said, give me that card. Ripped it up. Pretty much said, hit the bricks, kid. Making MJF look like a little punk. But I like the dynamic. I can't wait to see those two interact because Bobby Lashley's a professional. Shelton Benjamin's never looked better in his entire career. Shelton Benjamin has never been presented as good as he is now. And they're getting a chance to shine, and they're going to do something with MJF, and that's going to be special. So, guys, that's my selling point. MJF and the Hurt Syndicate and MVP. I think that's going to be magic.
There you go. Clutch, are you watching next week? Did Josh sell you on it?
Probably not, but
no.
I appreciate the sell, the attempt.
You'll have to do better next week, Josh. Try again next week.
If Tony Khan allows Sting to induct Lex Luger, will you watch? That's what Tony Khan should do. Tony Khan should be like, if you guys let me, I can't do his voice. If I allow Sting to do what Lex Luger wants, which is to induct,
you got to do it like this.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Just
please watch my show. Please watch my show. 9:00. Anyway, that's gonna end it for now.
Watch my show, please. I'll let him do it. Just watch.
He should let him do it because in 2019 he said this is a company for pro wrestlers, and the fact that he won't let Sting, best friends of Lex Luger, do this, you're a fraud and you're fake, and everything you said back then meant zero. You coward. We're gonna wrap things up over here. This has been Real Talk Wrestling. No other show. Clutch, it's been nice talking to you. I am so happy that we can talk about this John Cena thing because you were there and I didn't know. So now, every time the show goes overseas, I'm going to look for Clutch. I'm going to look for you. We still couldn't find you. I think you're behind the turnbuckle because Chris has a screenshot and he circled who you think.
I'm gonna send it to you after the show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I see this? And I'll see if I confirm or not.
You got to tell me if it's not. It's the only screenshot I could get. I was trying to look. Whenever you sent that picture, I'm like, I got to see if I can guess which person's him. I probably got it wrong. But
I think you're hidden behind the turnbuckle, to be honest with you.
It's very possible. Yeah, I probably have the wrong person.
I like it. When I go to shows, we can do a Where's Waldo kind of thing.
He wears a different outfit every time. Dude, no, just wear the green shirt. Next time I go to a wrestling
orange shirt.
I'm
bright
wearing
orange.
Oh, you want to wear? Okay, I'm going to do the green shirt guy thing because I think that's funny.
Which I sent you a picture of fake green shirt guy, which again, in the picture, you could tell is clearly not him. But whenever the camera's all the way back, you couldn't tell.
Right,
So,
right on. All right, guys, we're gonna get on out here. Justin Toner, Anthony Manzano, appreciate you guys. Chris Koffler, Miami Clutch, of course. It's been a rough freaking day, guys. Peace out.